What is up everybody, and welcome back to another Among Us video. And in this video I'll be telling you about a lobby you should never join in Among Us. This lobby has been hiding many dark secrets from all of us, and I'm here to reveal everything that I witnessed while being in this lobby. And before we get any further into this video, 70% of you have not hit that subscribe button, which means that you're missing out on Among Us darkest secrets. So why not solve that issue by hitting the subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. But now let's begin with today's story video. So while I was playing Among Us, I stumbled upon one of the most cursed lobbies of all time. When I spawned in, I spotted a player who had the longest username I've ever seen. The username was even going outside of the dropship. I have been playing Among Us for a few months now, and I'd never seen a username that long. I didn't even know this was possible until today. But that wasn't the only strange thing happening in this lobby. At the very bottom it said 10 out of 0 players. How is there 0 players in the lobby? This was by far one of the most cursed lobbies I've ever seen. When we all spawned into the cafeteria, the player was in the game. At first I thought it was a glitch in the dropship, but this was an actual player. His username stretched across the entire cafeteria. Several other crewmates took notice of this issue and were in disbelief as well. I made my way over to medbay to do my medbay scan. Hopefully a few crewmates watch me, since a lot of the time that I play Among Us I usually get voted out because people think I'm an imposter. But when I finished doing my medbay scan, I saw the player's username right through the wall, and he was an admin. The player left, so I just did my card swipe. The first few minutes of the match were pretty normal. I did my wires and electrical, and I walked into storage to do my wires. But that is when a player appeared right behind me, and it was me. There was another Chari in the lobby. He had the same color as me, and the same username. But when I first started the match, I didn't see him. He randomly showed up. I started to run away from this player, since he was impersonating me. But this player kept chasing me. I was honestly getting really scared, because the beginning of the match didn't start off that well, and now there's a clone in my lobby. For a moment I thought I lost him, but then he teleported in upper engine, so I kept running and running, and I tried my best not to stop. As I was approaching storage, the player teleported right behind me, and his username was "I will take your soul." So that made things a lot more obvious on who he was trying to take out. I continued to run until I finally lost him, but what is he up to now? As I was doing my wires in storage, the player with the long username appeared once again. But why is he watching me? I tried my best to ignore this player. I tried to run towards medbay, and all the sabotages were called, and all the doors were closed. I was stuck in admin, and I was forced to fix the O2. Let's hope the rest of the crew manages to fix everything on time. The player with the long username vented while I was in admin, and when he came out I could see a medbay scan just roaming around, but there was no player in sight. While we were fixing communications, Blue was killed by the medbay scan, and then the player appeared once again. Nobody was able to report Blue's body, even though everyone was in communications, until White was killed and the body was reported. As I was typing in the chat, everyone voted, even though I didn't vote for anyone. All of our votes went towards a dead crewmate, and he was ejected? But he was dead. How could a dead crewmate be ejected? When we spawned in, the meeting was called again, and we all voted. But this time Blue was ejected, and he was also a dead crewmate. How is this even possible? When we all spawned in, all the sabotages were called and randomly fixed. Pink then called the meeting, and everyone voted for her, even though none of us made that decision. We all spawned in, and I tried my best to run away, and a meeting was called by Cyan. And the same thing happened with Pink. We all voted for Cyan. So whoever's causing this chaos is turning the crewmates against themselves, without any of us having control of what to do. As I was in storage, I spotted my clone once again, and he killed Orange, and his character changed. He was now Cyan, who was a crewmate that was ejected earlier. I ran away from storage in fear of being his next victim, but while I was in navigation, I spotted my clone once again. He killed Purple right in front of me, and he was now Black. I left navigation and went to cafeteria, and my clone was in there, and he started to chase me down. As I approached lower engine, I saw my clone, so I ran in the opposite direction into storage, and my clone appeared once again. I was going back and forth with my clone. I kept going to lower engine and he was there, and he also randomly appeared in storage. It was just a constant loop between both of us. But I wasn't gonna give up now. I'm not letting him take me out. I somehow managed to run away from him, and he vanished. So I went to go look for him, and he randomly killed Brown. But this time this mysterious player turned into a dead crewmate, which was Blue, and he was also the crewmate that was ejected even though he was dead. I ran away from that location in fear of dying, and I randomly called a meeting. But then when I looked at the voting session, there was 2 Charis. Why is there 2 of me? I typed in the chat 2 Charis, but then the imposter won the game, even though I said my username. When we all spawned back into the dropship, I said, "Who are you? I want to know who this mysterious player is." Yellow then typed in the chat Syri Sorrel, and he also sent the same message, but this time he had the username "I will take your soul," which was a username that was chasing me earlier. Then I saw my clone in the chat once again, and he also typed Syri Sorrel. A few other players began to type Syri Sorrel in the chat. Could this be why the lobby said 0? Could all of these players be Syri Sorrel, and I just never realized? But before I could type in the chat, I lagged out, and I was stuck in a black screen. So I woke up and I appeared in a random lobby. I didn't see any other player, and the lobby no longer said 0. My username was still the same, and my color, so why am I here? As I got closer to the center of the dropship, I saw myself on top of the door, and it's impossible to be in that location unless you're using hacks. And this was also the same location that I saw Syri Sorrel last time, with his 3 versions. I then noticed that there were some messages sent in the chat, and when I opened them, I kept saying Syri Sorrel. Does this mean that I actually joined his side, and I just never realized it? Cause the last time that I was in this location, Syri Sorrel was trying to recruit me. Or does this mean that Syri Sorrel is impersonating me, and trying to get everyone in Among Us to turn against me? Was this his plan all along, to get rid of me? My game then glitched out, and I saw a white crewmate. It was very blurry, but why was there a white crewmate on my screen? If you would like me to figure out who this mysterious player is, let's see if we can get this video to 25,000 likes. I do also want to give a massive shout out to Kitty King for helping me produce this video. If you would like to help out a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out one of these Among Us story videos that I found on my channel.